There, we're watching the fire. So now we can watch the fire, and you can see me over there too. We can watch both of them. Trying to get it going. How are you this evening? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this nice day. Thank you for the sunshine that we had. And thank you for this nice warm fire to keep us warm. And thank you for letting me go visit my daughter and letting me play Minecraft. Thank you so much for my family and my husband and my home and our safety. We're so grateful to Thee for all our many blessings. And please stay with us as we hang out this evening. And this we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. There, now we had opening prayer. So now we can just hang out. And we can watch the fire. Maybe I should play my violin. Wonder if it's still in tune. Maybe it will bother Willem. He's over there. Hi, Johnny. Johnny, be good. How are ya? Oh, this evening again. Keeps happening every single day, doesn't it? Thought I'd hold it over here so that you could see the fire. And you could see me. It was a beautiful day here. Did you have sunshine today? I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside in the month of May. Da 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 dum. These curls just stay curled. It's been a few days now. That one's kind of, some of them are losing it a bit. It's almost time to brush it. So what's up today? Yes, a nice sunny day in Missouri. It was a sunny day here too. Did you get out in it at all? I gotta shut that fire down. It's gonna be too hot soon. Uh-oh, now I'm up. You know what that means. It means I should tidy up. It's time to tidy up. It's time to tidy up. Oh, that's nice. What did you get to do outside? Nah, being out here is overrated. Let's go sit by the fire. It's nice by the fire. You know, I need my shuttle. I have a long shuttle. I wonder where it is. It used to be on here. There's that other cushion. I don't think it's on there now. It's very long. I wonder if I could just use that thing. Probably, you know. I have to turn the loom though because it hits that. Not much today, though I did enjoy the bright view with the clear blue sky. The sky was very bright too. Oh, there it is down there. Exactly what I needed. So I have to be able to take this out without banging into anything. So So there it goes. Maybe I'll just turn it around. You see green things starting to pop up. Wow. Isn't this a bit early? When is spring usually in Wisconsin? There. Now I guess this. Oh yeah, Missouri, sorry. Yeah, Missouri is farther south than Wisconsin, right? I should get out an atlas and have a look at these things. And then I will know. Let's put you on your little, I'll turn you around. Hello, hello. So let's get a cord for you. I know there's one here somewhere. There's always one here somewhere. Don't leave home without it. Hey, and I can move this little table too. There we go. Oh, I think I turned the fire down too low. Now, what were you just saying? One of the neighbors has a plant out front, and it's starting to sprout back up again. The green look is pretty too. Wow. It's this time of year when everyone else starts to get green and we don't. In spring, we may have similar winters sometimes, but in the spring and in the autumn. Now, what about all these bits? Should I just leave them there? It is going to be a rug after all. I am getting ready to weave. Indeed I am. There, that's the end of it. We can start another one from there too. Hi, Ellen. You're back. Hey, how are you doing today? Oh, here we go. One of the neighbors has a plant out front and it's starting to sprout back up again. The green look is so pretty too. Finally heard from my daughter this evening and she's okay, so now I am okay. And I got to see my son from California and the rest of my kids today. So how many do you have? You saw green fields. Well, this is not, we're not in Kansas anymore. This is Canada, folks. There are some benefits to living where it's greener. However, we'll get our bug season. Don't you worry about it. This is going to be pretty fat to stick through the shed. Ah, look at that. We are one step closer. This is the one step club here. We do one step at a time and a long time in between steps, you know, just so you can forget how much fun it was. This has got lots of bits in it. But you know, I think it's going to be okay. I think they'll just come out as it gets washed and trod upon. And if not, whatever. It's a rug. I think it'll all come clean though in the wash. This is pretty cool. This is a moment that you don't want to miss. But this table that you're sitting on is too low. So let's fix that first away. First things first, right? And second things second. There we go. That was a good first thing. We've got the jump, say. Alright, so let's. Now this wire is in the front, so that's kind of a problem there. I think this needs to be bleached. Put it as high as it goes. There we go. There. Now I'm going to put you right on there, and you're going to be able to see what's happening over there. And we're going to see if we can do some weaving. You're going to be so excited. We're going to use this. Finally. Okay. Okay, now we don't know. I forget what our pattern. Let's see what this is here. Plug you up again. Plug her up. Okay. Look at this. We are doing it. Now, this is the one it is. Now that's finished birdseye. That was the last time. I have to take that off and put a new one on. And what will it be? This is traditional birdseye. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this is traditional birdseye. So this refers to these. So each one of those is one of these. So it goes in number 3, 2, 1. So that's 3, 2, 1. So those are these. So you go through those, the 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's what that is. And then this down here is what your petals do. So I have to pick which one I like. So I think I would like to use I like number 2. What do you like? Do you like this one? So if I do that one, that's number 2, which is this. So I would go, my petal would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is, I would start with 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, no. 6, 5, here it is, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. So that's what I would do, and I would do it over and over and over. So I shall get a card upon which I shall draw. I shall write all that down. This is an old one. This goes in the, wherever I keep them. I forget where I keep them now. That was before the Great Purge. I don't remember. Where did I used to keep them? Let's see. In the front of a chest. It was the pink dresser, and I don't think I even have the pink dresser anymore. Look, I have the right thing here. I think I just saw a clothespin. I think it was hanging on. Well, we'll just use this then instead. So let us try this. So if I put this in front of me so it hangs up there, I'll know what to do. So I shall go, so the name of it is Traditional Bird's Eye. Traditional Bird's Eye, and then it's number 2. And today, this is 2022. And this is March 3rd, 2022 is when I'm starting this. Okay, and so now I have to write on this. Oops. I shall write on this card. I shall write this pattern down. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. And then you repeat. You start over there again. Okay, so that is my pattern. And so now I shall hang it up here. I shall hang it on here. And then when I get confused, I'll know what I am supposed to do. 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. And it also helps me when I'm working. If I look at that as I do each one, then it helps me not to make so many mistakes. It's getting warm in here. Did I shut that down enough? I did indeed. Okay, so now we're going to start with, we're going to do this first in 1 and 2. Okay, so right here, this is the shed, but this is not the right length, so we're going to get that out. It's not long enough, so we're going to just use this. You don't usually do this. Oh wait, here comes one out. So now we'll start with this, which is our outermost one. Okay, so usually you leave a tail. So you let the tail hang down, and you put this through. Ooh, there's too much on here. It's going to get all stuck on everything. No, I won't put so much on next time. Okay, so this is just the very beginning. go. Now we want to make sure we don't pull it. And we want to have it extra at the end. Okay. We don't want it to be thin anywhere. Okay, and then we'll just do that one first. And then we will, this is just the 1 and 2. So we're just creating our shed. Okay. So let's go back now. It's helping if I spiral it through. Okay, so here's where supposedly it begins. So that whole thing is in the wrong place. That whole thing, it's this that's got to go through there. I'll just do it by hand first. First time, get things going here a bit. Make sure you stay in your shed and don't go up and out and then back in again. Well, you can, I guess, but you might decide it's a mistake and you don't like it. I don't ever do things the way people do it. Like, this is not the way it tells you in the book to do it, right? Of course, I'm not sure how it tells you in the book. Okay, so there we go. Now it's creating the shed. See how the gaps in between are all going away? Okay, so we'll go back to 1. And now, I'll just do it by hand first. I'll have to do it from this side. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to catch it to where I started it. Huh. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. Okay, so we'll stick all this in here. I'm going to unwind it onto that. So we'll cross those over a bit. Okay. Look at it. Look at that. It's coming along. So this is before I start my pattern. So I'm getting a bit of an edge here. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 1. Let's go to 2 now. We'll do the same thing here. Hi, Ellen and Regina and Sue's. Grateful. Johnny, I guess it is. GJ. My son's, his nickname was always DJ. DJ GJ, DJ GJ, DJ GJ. Daniel James Jarvis today. Your name is my name too. Wherever you go out, the people always. Oh, that wasn't working very well. We're abandoning that effort. There goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. DJ GJ, DJ GJ, DJ GJ. Do do. Boy, this is looking really nice. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I like this. Oh, fun. So that's 1, 2. So do we need to have a pattern, or do we just want to have it 1, 2? You know, 1, 2 might be pretty good. Let's see if we can beat it a little harder. See, now we have a complete shed with no gaps in between. It was all, you know, going like that before. Now what's happening here? What have we got? Oh, what is this? Have we got 2 of these turned over? Oh, these are reversed. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. They're twisted. All right, so these 2 are twisted. So we have to undo this part then. It's good to find these things out right away, because you'll just have to fix them later. What's happening over here? All right, lots of helloing. I can't read it all. I'm just going to do this. Okay, so what one was wrong? These 2. They went through the hills. They crossed over. Alright, so take them out. This one goes first on this side. If you put it in half and then rub it up and down, it'll go in. Or you could just get up and find your tool. There it is over there. Much simpler, right? This is quite exciting, you know, that it's at this point. And the other one goes on this side. I'm doing it in every second petal, every second dent in the, those are called dents, the gaps between them. Dents in the reed. Alright, so these 2. So let's see if we can get these in the right way. So this one goes in here. And this one comes, oh wait, there's 2 of them there. And this one goes in between them, so this one comes up below them. Okay. Where is that other piece? Okay, there they are. And now this one comes up, and this one comes up, and this one goes down. And then this one comes up, and these 2 go down. And this one goes down. Wait a minute, these are the same. Ah, yes, this is where this goes down here. It's nice dealing with this fleece. I love working with fleece. It feels so nice. Look at this. We're working on it. We're doing it. Okay, so that goes under here. And then we divide them. And this one, they go underneath and come up on the other side. This one goes underneath and comes up on the other side. And we pull them tightly. Get everything tight so they're the same as everything else. And then we go through once and again twice. And straighten it back out and then tighten it like that. Okay, look at that. We fixed it. Now, do we have any other problems here? Just make sure all of these are right. Well, I think everything's working. I think we're okay. Okay, so where did the last one end? Here. Okay. So we can't use the shuttle with this with more than one short one. Okay, so let's go back to doing number 1. Make sure you don't put it too tightly. You have to give it lots of extra looseness because otherwise it'll pull the sides in and you will have this perfect. Here we go. I think she might have said DJ more than one time too before. I mean, with a similar like my username. You will go through all that wool in no time like that. I realized that before. And it's supposed to be. This is so intense. How is your dog? Alright, I guess we're all here. Everybody's here now. Wait, there's only 7 people. Other people come, and they belong here too, don't they? They come and go as they feel like it, which is exactly the way I do it. Yes, I will go through this wool in no time. Yes, so this is really going to be fun. So when I get through with this bit, then I'm going to sit down and pull wool again. And then when I get an amount ready, I will just weave that. Actually, it'll be when I feel like not sitting down. So I'll pull wool when I sit. Now, how's it all going? I think it's working. This is great. This is really great. Alright, so I have to keep all this together, I guess. So we'll come over here. I'll make it a little further away for you. So we go through here, and we'll catch it with this hand. This is how I did my dad's ties. That was a really kind of a fun little project, wasn't it? But I took it off the loom and then I had to rethread everything because Desmond pulled everything out because it wasn't tied. That was rough. You know how it is. You see something interesting and you play with it, you fiddle with it, and how was he to know? And I don't think it would have mattered even if he knew. He was just having fun. He must have known it was wrong because he wouldn't tell me that he had done it. And I asked him if he had done it. So some of it is a little thin, so we'll just bunch it up a little bit. Alright, and now change our feet. I guess we're just doing 1 and 2, it appears, because I don't think we're really going to be able to see it if we do anything fancy. And it'll probably just leave larger holes, larger jumps where really nice. Oh, it's so soft. It's really beautiful. I have 2 rugs like this I made. One's on the floor in our room, I think, and the other one's on the chair in the car. And I like how I haven't wasted a bunch of yarn here. Because when you waste that much, that's a lot of yarn you've wasted. A lot of length. You know, by having sticks in it instead of doing it this way. I mean, sticks is the proper way, but I never really enjoyed the proper way. I guess I'm one of those people that invents other ways. And some of my ways work better. But the craft of weaving goes back as long as people have had clothing. It used to be that it was illegal to have a loom in the United States in the colonial days. And so you had to buy all you had to ship all your wool to Europe, where it would be processed and made into clothing, and then it would be sent back to you and you'd buy it at an inflated price, naturally. So there were these people that had looms, usually men, had a loom in their carriage, in their wagon, in pieces. And they would bring it to your house, and you would have all your wool ready. You'd already spun it all. And so he would set up his loom, he'd screw it all back together, and then he would weave all of your homespun, which you had been spinning all winter with your daughters. And then he would finish all your stuff. That's why you had one set of clothing, one new set. And not everybody got a new set every year, right? And so then he would finish with yours, and he would go take his loom apart, put it back in the wagon, and carry on down the road and do your neighbors. And everybody got their new clothes made. That's how it worked. Only they spun their yarn very beautifully. They did a good job because they were well schooled in such things. Look, we've made 2 inches. Maybe more. Okay, we'll go back to number 1. Okay, and what's next? We have some pieces here that did not make long ones. And we have some more over here on the floor. Well, this is really nice. I like this. Oh, and Mary Jane's coming tomorrow afternoon. She's going to stay for a while. Sometime next week she'll go home. I think we go to the temple next Friday, so she'll probably be here until Thursday or something. That'll be fun. See, and as I'm doing it, the more dirt is falling out of this, more bits of dirt, of sand and such. And then as we use it, it'll also happen. And little bits that are showing, you know, you can pick them out. Now where did it end? Here it is. It's so soft. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. Oh, Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. Guess this is why you go from here and you push it through. Make sure it's crossed over the last bit so that it's not going to have gaps in it. Didn't change the sheds. There we go. See, it locks it. I'm also going to tighten it. What's going on there? It's stuck under the bottom one. Oh, goodness gracious sakes alive. Okay, there we go. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Feel the odd bit here and there. Wow, I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so nice. Let's change feet. Back to number 2. I'm not dealing with a floating selvage this time because I'm just doing, this is called a Tabby Stitch when it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Hi Willem, look what I'm doing. Come and feel it. Feel it, it's really soft. Feel that.
Yeah, nice.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
Somebody's Tootsies are going to be very happy. No, I'm making a rug.
Oh, rug. Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, well now, that's all we have, and that's all she wrote. There may be more over here in the bin. Ha ha, I started it. That's the hardest part, is starting, you know. Oh look, there is some that's done here. This is ready. I think this is 2. Come to me, cord. Okay, now, where did we end? No idea. Right here, I guess. Right at the end over here. Hi, Nancy. Having trouble sleeping tonight. Well, this is a good time. Yeah, it's 4 inches in 10 minutes. Now this is when we start. We put our thing here. We take our measuring tape and we pin it. We pin it on. Let's go get a pin. Pin. We pin it on so that if they were cloth, it would be easier to pin them. But, you wreck tape measures something. So when I pin it on here, this will be, well, then no matter how far I go with it, I'll be able to see how far I've come. And you're right, it's just about 4 inches. So this is just going to hang down there. And as it rolls, as it rolls down there, this is always going to be pertinent. This really wasn't done very well. I like it when it's very much like roving, like this is better. This is, that'll work. This is pretty choppy. I don't think I'm going to use that yet. Okay, so this is which one? Petal 1? Yes, that's where we want to go. I went under that one. I'm not going to worry about it. Oops. Here we change our feet and then the shed changes. It was the other way, now it locks it. All right, there we go. Okay, we're not going to do them right now. Okay, that's it. Now where did it end? It ended here. No, it didn't. Did it go all the way? It ended here, I guess. Alright, that's where it ended. Something like that. somewhere there. Okay, that's that for now. Now we'll go back to pulling wool. Gotta get the right wool. Is it this one? It's very soft. Okay, we'll use this. Now then, I'll sit on the table. Oops. Ta-da! Maybe we should read all the comments, see what's been going on over here. How's your dog? Good evening, Dan. Yes, not bad at all, eh? I'm sorry you're having sleeping. Yes, Suze, we're making a rug. I don't have a passport, neither does Sam. Yes, you have to have a passport to get into Canada. I'm chicken when it comes to going anywhere, honest. Really, Ellen, you don't seem to be a chickeny kind of person to me. I don't travel without my dog Sam. I'm not sure Canada would let us in. Yeah, I don't know. You have to find out if you can bring a dog with you. You can, but you probably have to have shots and paperwork to show at the border. Ellen, Sue, Susan, Grateful, and whomever else. Anyone else who wants to come with me, let me know. I'm planning my summer trip to your house. I'll keep you updated as to when and everything. I'm so excited. Good. Well, we have 2 beds upstairs and 2 more couches for very short people. And then, of course, so there's a double bed upstairs, you know, in Maya's room and it's in Abe's. Yeah, it was Abe's room. And the loft was Abe's. You remember? You probably have seen all the different phases of the bedrooms in this house. Who lived in each one. Yeah, DJ, see, Daniel, James, Gerard, Jarvis. DJ. Okay, I will go through all that wool in no time. Okay, so now I've got to put something over me so it doesn't get all over me and all over the chair. And the best thing is probably a sheet. I should get a sheet. I'll go in the bedroom and look in the closet where the sheets hang out. Hi, Willem. You look like you're pondering something intently.
Excuse me.
So this is what I will use. It's rather a large sheet, but you know, I make large messes. This is fun being on television. You're coming too, Dan, eh? How big a car have you got? We have teepees. We'll figure out stuff. My kids used to have huge sleepovers. Hi, darling. I'm sorry I put that in the container without there being a thing in there. My mistake. Naturellement. Okay then.
Need to get some of those blue garbage bags.
They're not anymore in the drawer under it?
No, and I got a few in the car that I can reuse.
Right.
And then I'm gonna have to get some more.
All right, then.
I didn't think of it today, go to the store.
Well, and I didn't even think of it to remind you.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened to that little notebook that goes in your pocket?
Well, I mean, if I remember it, then I can put it in my notebook. But
We have to write it in your notebook now. Now that you know that you want it. I have a journal, which is helpful, because then I just write things like that on the
yeah.
main page of the journal. The page I'm on right now or something.
Alrighty then.
See how much dirt is falling out?
Alrighty then. So
This is really going to be a beautiful rug. I had no idea it was going to work out so well. You know, you just never know. You come up with ideas, and I have so many different fleeces here, you know. There's 20 or something, maybe more. All right, we can't everybody be here. There we go. I create my own roving, right? Instead of spinning it or carding it. I like the bumpiness to it. One I did before had really beautiful curls. That was nice. Oops. One, out it falls. Have to remember to keep my arm relaxed. Keep it down on the thing. Boy, it's hot in here now. Should put on that fan. Of course, that's because I'm playing with wool. I have this big heavy sheet on my lap. Oops. All the bits of straw come out. We should make separate piles. Now that I know what I'm doing. After all that trouble writing my card out for which way it was going to go. I mean, which pattern I was going to use. Is this how you clean yours, Susan? I mean, Ellen? Was it you that was saying about, do you weave? Who weaves? Was it, I don't remember. Ellen said you weave with a small loom on the table loom. The nice thing about wool rugs is that the dirt falls right through them. So eventually this will all felt together too as it gets washed. When it's a rug. Although it's been washed, it's so soft. I can't believe how soft it is. So beautiful. Wow. This would have been the really expensive wool. What a great idea to ask for it. If you know a sheep shearer. I just asked if there was wool that, like once he gets a bunch of it and he takes it to the wool growers cooperative, but they won't take all of it because some of it's too dirty. But I didn't care about that. I thought I'll just leave it out in the rain, let the rain wash it a lot, and it'll come clean. I also washed it in the wash machine. But this is so soft. This has had a really soft rinse outside, I think. And yet there's no lanolin in it. See how dirty my clothes are getting? Or my sheet is getting? Just goes to show. Willem's working on his music. His composition. So what did you just say? We are great people here. Yes, we are. What does it say? It's just Daniel Woods. Let me know yours and I'll friends request you. All right, here we go. This is so many of you. I love your photo, Jack. I can't see your photo. Hello, Dan Woods from Sue's. Sue's is in Kansas. And Jack, there's a Jack in London, England, and a Jack in London, Ontario. But I think you are the Jack in England because you're having trouble sleeping. Putting it on my shoulder so it doesn't drag through all the detritus here, all the nature. Okay, and then what happened? Then what did you say? Oh, I love your clothes. Oh my goodness, that would be so fun. I'd love to just come. Just need to get my passport. I've been a viewer for maybe over a decade or more now. That's really cool. It'd be amazing to meet you guys. I mean, not only do you know me, but you love me. After knowing me, you still love me. I mean, how, that's pretty spectacular. Dan, let me know. I'll pick you up. We need a better group chat like on Facebook or something more private. 12 years here, Dan Woods. I don't snore, Dan, lol. To discuss this on. My name is Regina under G. Javis. Oh yeah, well, you've already friended me, so we're together. I don't need to figure that out now. Not anymore. It's already been figured out. Oops. Daniel Woods. Daniel, you can friend me too. I'll write it down here. Daniel Woods. Okay, and I'm Nancy today. I have 2 A's on there, just to keep them guessing. Sounds fun. I have to add Nancy again. I have 2 pages. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm confused though. She's okay with us coming in? Of course. Mary Jane's coming on tomorrow and she's going to stay a week or something. Maybe she'll stay a day or 2 less than a week. But that's only because we're going. Last time she came, she stayed for several months. Well, she was having a situation going on, so she was caregiving. It was got to get breaks, Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll do a lot of lives. You really love Mary Jane, eh? I gotta go back up here. Um, just as we are strangers physically, but over here we're all good family. Yeah, we're all good family. I think it was Susan. We are family here, Dan. Our wool-bearing animals are such a blessing, aren't they really? We are great people here. I spin using a drop spin. Oh, okay, Suze. And what am I doing, Nancy? That's Susan. You're a lovable lady, bless you. Okay, Susan. Okay, I'll add you. Oh my gosh, yay, Mary Jane. Please give us lots of lives with Mary Jane. We love her. Okay. She's absolutely hilarious. Remember that video of her recording you putting that bug trap in your kitchen? I still watch that anytime I need a good laugh. Yeah, she has a great sense of humor. She is totally fun. Totally fun. So what I'm doing right now is I am pulling wool and getting the dirt out. And over there on the loom, I've been weaving it. Did you miss that part, Susan? Did you just show up? So I've woven about 4 inches of this, which I pulled the other day. It's kind of like spinning, you know, when you pull the wool like this. Try and open it up to let all the stuff fall out. This little bit is matted up. Oops. Which is why I got it for free, right? Well, I don't know if there's anything really wrong with this. So soft. I think he just gave me a whole bunch anyway. I probably didn't even need to ask him for the bad stuff. He gives it away all the time, he said. He gives it to all the people that want it. That was when I was going to, I got so much of it because I was going to try and make cover a grass hut with it. But then I realized it was just going to end up all over the whole area. It was just going to really mess up nature down there. Because, you know, nothing stays like it is forever. I mean, the birds would be making houses with it for years. Right? Nests. But there's a lot of this stuff outside now. Because it was on the, you know, it's just, there's bits everywhere. Not so much, but you know, there's a chunk on the swing out here, and there's some over there. And there's bits that have fallen off or been pulled off. It really stays together pretty well, you know. It doesn't really fall apart too well, too easily. I have four little piles of it. Do you remember when I made those other 2 rugs? Did I film it as I made them? I must have. Fleece rugs. Somebody should be keeping a list of all these things I mentioned, and we can look them all up later. Oops. There's a lot of wool-bearing animals, aren't there? There's sheep and llama and goats and I don't know how are emu. See, that's kind of got some curl in it. Kind of mesmerizing, isn't it? Oh yeah, alpaca. No, that's the right one. You're craving blueberry pancakes for dinner. Mary Jane will love this. Hanging out with you guys. This is just what she needs. I have to hold it up a bit so it doesn't get dirty. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if this is something other than wool, other than sheep wool. That is so soft. It's just so. Oh, I guess against my face it's not quite as soft, but to my fingers it feels awesome. I have carded with carders, and I've used a mechanical one where you turn the thing. But I find it gets so much of it stuck in there. So it's a lot of work trying to unstick it all. And I don't know. I suppose it's okay. This is nicer though. This is fun. Kind of like spinning, you know. Have to. I always am pulling it. I should make it bigger for you so you can see it close up if you want to. So who's driving? Is that Regina that's driving? So at the moment you have to have a vaccine passport to get into Canada. I think that's ending the middle of March. So have you heard about this people's convoy that's going to Washington? What are they hoping to do while they're there? Are they just going to park on the Beltway? And how's that going to go over for all the people who are going to be very late for work? Maybe they'll have to work it from home. The Canadian government, somebody, I don't remember which department it was, but somebody said that all government workers have to start working at the office 3 days a week now. I think that's a mistake. But I guess it's good for people to get out of the house and go be with people. I'm not sure if they're more productive that way, probably. But it's also, people are, this fatigue, COVID fatigue people really are social animals, We really need other people. And if we didn't know that before, now we are much more aware of it, aren't we? They did away with the mask mandate in school, and right away, Maya got sick. She got the flu. I guess it's the flu because she had COVID, and supposedly you're not supposed to be able to get COVID for 3 months after you get it. I'm so excited to be working on this. This is really nice.
Let's see this for now.
I'm glad you guys are here. Willem is very quiet, so it's nice that you're here hanging out with me. I'm so glad I started this. So glad you guys kept telling me to get my loom ready. got all these little piles now. I've got enough for at least 4 more inches. Davy, Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Now let me tell you all the story about a man named Charlie on a tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket 'cause his wife and family went to ride on the MTA. But did he ever return? No, he never returned. His fate is still unlearned. Poor old Charlie. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Now, you citizens of Boston, don't you think it's a scandal how the people have to pay and pay? Fight the fare increase, but George O'Reilly, get poor Charlie off the MTA. You know, if we have overflow people here, you could probably stay at Scarlett's. Of course, that's a half an hour away. But most of the time, I think we'll be at the campground, which is 3 hours from here. You'll have your car, though, so that won't be a problem. So you can camp out there during the week, and we can come back here on the weekends. You can stay for a while. Like, you don't have to feel like you just have to stay a week. It's a long way to go. Usually when people come to visit from Europe, they stay for 6 weeks. I know, my mother-in-law, as soon as we got married, she decided she was going to come and meet me and come, and she'd be here for 6 weeks. That was kind of a surprise. But that's the way it is, eh? Suddenly my eyes got very tired. What time is it? 9 o'clock. Right on the nose. I think I got up early this morning. I think I got up about 4:30 or something. Sometimes I get an idea in my head and I just start thinking about it and wanting to do it, and next thing you know, I'm up. Charlie handed in his dime at the Kendall Square station, and he paid for to make a fare. When he got there, the conductor told him 1 more nickel. Charlie couldn't get off of that train. I'll never return, no, I'll never return. His fate is still unlearned. Poor old Charlie. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Charlie's wife goes down to the Kendall Square station. Hey, where's the Kendall station? Every day at 2:15, and through the open window she gets Charlie a sandwich as the train comes rumbling through. We'll never return, no, we'll never return. Spade is still unlearned. Poor old Charlie. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Now, ye citizens of Boston, don't you think it's a scandal how the people have to pay and pay? Fight the fare increase. Vote for George O'Reilly. Get poor Charlie off the MTA. Or he'll never return. No, he'll never return. His fate is still unknown. Poor old Charlie. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. You know, I'm so proud of the Ukrainian people. Just so proud of them for standing up and saying, we're going to fight you, giant. It's like David and Goliath. It's just amazing. Courage. What an example to the world of courage. That is communism they are up against. People say there's communism here. That's a load of crap. They have no idea. They're too young. They don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, I'm so proud of them. I wanted to write a song like, in 1814 we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we finally fought the British in the town of New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a-comin'. Wasn't quite as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, they ran through the brambles and they ran through the briars and they ran through the bushes where the rabbits couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch 'em. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. In 1814 we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we finally fought the British in the town of New Orleans. Like, that was a big deal. I mean, England was a superpower, weren't they? And these little colonies, they stood up to them. We fired our guns and the British kept a-comin'. Wasn't quite as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more. This was in 1776, right? And they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. But the Canadians, the people that didn't want to fight against England, that liked England, they were loyalists, is what they were called, and they came to Canada. So that's who Canadians were. They didn't want to be independent. They liked England. They liked the Queen and everything. And so we remained a Commonwealth for years and years and years. Well, from 1776 to 1850. I guess that's not a long time. 1850 to 1776. It's only 75 years. Was it 1876 or 18? Willem? Okay, Google, what year was Canadian Confederation?
1867, according to some information that I found on the website lock.harl.ca. People also ask me, which year was Confederation? Want to hear the answer?
Sure, why not? Yes, please.
On the website the Canadianencyclopedia.ca, they say, Canada wasn't born out of revolution or a sweeping outburst of nationalism. Instead, it was created in a series of conferences and orderly negotiations, culminating in the terms of Confederation on the 1st of July 1867.
See, Canada was founded on peace, order, and good government. There was no lawlessness. When people came here, there was no Wild West. The first thing here was the Hudson's Bay Company they came and people here were sending furs home, the fur trade back to England. They would make beaver caps. We had so many beavers, or many less, but Canadians didn't make soap. You know, when I said to people at, maybe Canadians did, but when I was at the market, and I would ask people if they made soap, if they came from England, they didn't. Because everything was already, people never needed to make it. Did your grandmother make soap? No, my grandmother didn't make soap either. She was a fancy lady. Some of this could use carding, it would be kind of nice to card some of it, but like I said, it's going to be in a rug and everything will fall out. I've seen it happen in my other rugs. I get the big stuff out, and most of the dirt is coming out. You separate it so much, it doesn't have anything to hold on to. All this conversation is going on over here. Mary Jane lives north of Toronto. Hi, KNC. Well, my day was pretty good. I went to Scarlett's this morning and I delivered some Dutch ovens. Ben didn't want them. And hung out with her and had tea. I wanted to go snowshoeing, but it didn't work out over there. Oh, but I did upload a video. It was of my sister's land. It's unlisted because I have to send it to her. Hi, Willem.
Hi.
How you got a problem there you're considering?
No, well, I was just thinking of think about compositions that I'm working on.
So Mary Jane's coming tomorrow evening. I told you that?
Well, I said sometime tomorrow, but didn't say.
Yeah, she's going to leave at noon because she wants the sun behind her when she drives.
Right. And she stays Saturday.
What?
She's going to say
She'll probably leave sometime next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because because otherwise
We go on Friday, right?
And then
So she'll.
we go on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be good to go to the weekend with all the freezing rain and stuff like that.
Oh, what's freezing rain
Well,
wind
there's
this weekend?
freezing rain Saturday into Sunday, so
Oh, so we'll be doing Zoom maybe.
we might, yeah. It all depends on the temperature. Like it's supposed to go up to 11 or 12 on Sunday,
Oh,
but of course it's not 11 or 12 in the morning, so
right.
everything might be frozen.
Okay. So what about tomorrow? Tomorrow's what, Friday? How's the weather
Tomorrow's
tomorrow?
Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, so
And the weather's fine tomorrow?
tomorrow's fine. Yeah, it's just and Saturday will be fine until sometime in the evening. Sometime, yeah.
Okay.
We might have a little bit of snow on Saturday. I don't remember. I can check the weather forecast for you. So, we got here the weather forecast. Oh, here it is. Here's the weather forecast. Friday, mix of sun and cloud. Saturday, cloudy.
And what are the temperatures?
Tomorrow, high of -4, low of -14. Saturday, high of -3, low of -4. Sunday, a high of +12 and a low of -4.
Wow, plus 12?
Yeah, but
We're going to lose all our snow.
well, it will smell a lot of snow here.
Wow.
But it might not be -12 in the morning. We'll see if we can track the temperature. See if it's hour by hour. Let's see if it's hour by hour. They might not have it that far in advance. Oh, really? Tonight we will go to -19.
Tonight is -19.
Saturday, 7 p.m. it starts to snow. Saturday, 9 p.m. you have ice pellets. And ice pellets, and at 1 a.m. freezing rain, and it'll still be below freezing. At 6 a.m. it starts to be 0 and be above. Now there's not a lot of freezing rain. Like less than a millimeter. If there's less than a millimeter, it's enough to make those slippery. So.
Well, it depends what time the salter comes by. Usually I see them on the highway early in the morning, like in the middle of the night.
on Sunday, we might want to park a car at the bottom of the hill. They might have done the road, but not the road of the hill.
Yeah, but we won't be able to get down to it then.
Not very easily, no.
No, so we won't be able to do that. It's harder getting back up the hill instead of getting down.
Yeah.
Because the snow, we will have had fresh snow under the ice.
I don't think so.
You said it was going to snow on Saturday?
Well, ice pellets on 5 a.m. on Sunday. Let's see, let's go back here.
So there'll be ice pellets under the
Almost
ice.
Ice pellets on Saturday evening. A bit of snow Saturday evening. From 7 to 9. We might have a little bit of ice, cluster of snow, but less than a centimeter. So we will be dry. There will be no percent between now.
Okay. 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we finally got the British in the town of New Orleans. They fired their guns and the British kept a coming. I'm sorry?
On the 11th, there is supposed to be just cloudy.
Is that the day we're going to Toronto?
Maybe it's far away, it can change.
Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Canta, no llores, porque cantando se alegre celito linda. Ay, 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 ay.
Are you still online with your YouTube stuff?
I am. Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess.
You want to watch television?
No, I'm fine.
You can if you want. I don't think anybody will care. Ay, 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 ay. Canta, no llores, porque cantando se alegre celito linda. Corazón. Ay, ay, ay. No llores. It's better not to have a watch on. This is good. Usually have a watch on. that a V8?
Yes.
I could have had a V8. Did you like that dinner?
Yeah.
I like your dehydrating potatoes idea. This is even softer than that one. Hi.
Okay then.
Thank you for buying broccoli today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you didn't have it on the shelf yesterday. We have to do that.
Now, I wonder if I can do this with this thing. got 5 inches now. Davy, Davy Crockett. Do you want to play the piano?
No.
Okay. Wow, is that ever nice? Oh, it started right there. That's it. 6 inches. That's not very good. Okay. And now we're up to 6.5 inches. And I think it's time to go lie down and read all the things you guys said. Is Regina going to bed? Is that what I heard? All right. Let's see what's happening up here in the TV land. Missed all this stuff. You guys have a great time. All right, so you had K&C. Hi, Nancy. How was your day? I already answered that. Regina, I had it twice and not getting it ever again. Still wear a mask to protect others, not me. Well, I'm a social animal. Hi, K&C. Maybe mine wasn't over from the first time. Hey, K&C. You help with my stressful days. And I love to camp. I might never leave. All right. Mary Jane and I sound similar. I think we'll get along fine. Does she ever come on your lives? Well, I haven't been making lives for that long. So, I don't know. She was here a year ago or in the summertime. Was it last summer? Was it the summer before now? I don't know. I think it's the summer before. Okay, you can card. We've got the carders. I'm telling today. Well, I was thinking as I was doing it, as how unconventional my ways are. And anybody who watches this, who spins and who cards it, knows how beautiful the wool is when it comes out. And mine must look pretty bad compared to that. Anyway, as long as the poop is out, oh, I'm being silly now. Well, that's true. It's sometimes the ends, they've got all that little bits on it. So as long as you spread it, it falls out, and it'll fall out later too as it's walked on. I remember washing mine, drying it out, and carding for hours to get all that stuff stuck in the wool. Yeah. Is Willem was okay with us coming, Nancy? We'll include him. Of course, he wouldn't mind at all. He probably wouldn't want to be included. He likes to be on his computer doing his own music thing. Thanks, that song will stick in my head all night. I just heard a song the other week, and it wouldn't leave my head. Lol, true story. In 1816, we took a little trip. What part of Canada is just over from St. Paul, Minnesota? I have no idea. I really don't know, because the American map ends at the border and the Canadian map ends at the border. I'll have to look at a map. My grandpa lived in Canada when I was around 7. Can't remember what my dad and his wicked stepmother bought. I bought a gas station, bar, and restaurant in St. Paul, Minnesota when I was 7. My brother went to live there for a year, 11 years old. So, was he Canadian? Was he like, that was the beginning of immigrating to the U.S.? My brother went to live there for a year. He's 11. At 11, I would put that rug next to my bed on the floor, so every time I get up out of bed, my feet would touch its coziness. You'd have a plug up. How come you can run low if you've been plugged up this whole time? We just don't know these answers. We'll know it all. We'll understand everything. We'll know as we are known and see as we are seen, right? We went 4 years apart. He passed away in 2012 at 51. No idea what happened. It was the worst day for my mother and I. Now she is with him. I know she missed him dearly. Ah, Regina, how our lives change, especially when people pass. I see the one video when you were snowshoeing and the chair broke. I was glad you were able to get up. Thank you. Oh, that wasn't too long ago, right? I hate death, even though it's part of my brother. I'm the only one left. Can't wait to see them again one day. Yeah, my dad and mom are gone, and my brother. My sister's still there, but I don't see her much. She's far away, but we talk now and then. Susan says, I used to see the numbers 1111 all the time for years. One day I Googled it, why I see these numbers. It said there was an angel trying to talk to me. I still to this day see these numbers. Oh, Regina, I'm so sorry. It's so hard losing loved ones. Grateful is praying. I'm excited to see this. Oh, that's pretty. Hi, GJ3. How are you tonight? Regina says, Susan, same here, but my numbers were 405, the same as my address. It was my spirit guide, Mary. I seen those numbers wherever I went. My stove, when I looked, had 405. It was so weird. This went on for months. There's a word for that. It starts with a C. I can't remember it. I was trying to make myself remember it. Something bias. It's like when you're pregnant and all of a sudden you see all these pregnant people. Or you're pushing a stroller and all of a sudden all these people have the stroller. Or you get a car and everybody's got your car. It's something, I can't remember what it's called. Oops, stop that. It got so weird. I went to see a psychic reader and she was able to help me. It was shortly after my brother died. Nancy, you guys must be night owls. Well, not usually, but I felt like doing this today. I didn't do much all day. Susan, I thought I was losing my mind. I told my husband, and he seen what I was seeing and then showed me. Oh, really? 51, I feel, was young. Yeah. It was 10 years ago in January. Jeepers, yeah, that's young. It is. Life seems so unfair at times when other times so wonderful, eh? I miss them so, so much. You all have a great night. This girl is going to go relax, watch a show, chat with you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night and sleep tight. Night, Regina. Nancy, I'll catch up tomorrow on your progress. Hugs and love to all. Good night, Ellen. You look like you were getting tired, Nancy. Yeah, I was. Good night, Regina. Sorry I had company. That's all right. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Susan. I watched a YouTube today. It was a Russian family in Russia, and she put together a puzzle of the U.S. I thought they were saying Russia was cut off from the internet. No, I don't think they're cut off from the internet. They're cut off from the money. And they're not allowed to get dollars out or euros out of the bank. And the ruble has gone down to like a penny or something. Like it's worth, I don't know what it was worth last week, but right now it's worthless. So there's kind of been a run on the banks. I heard an article today about a fellow who was a soldier, a Russian soldier, and they've all been told that when you get there, they're just going to welcome you with open arms. And they really didn't expect to get into fighting and to get killed or, and they had no idea that the Ukraine was so sophisticated with its weaponry. I guess this U.S. over the last 4 years since, what was that last country, Crimea? Since Crimea in 2014 or 2016, the U.S. has supplied them with over $1 billion worth of training and weaponry. But the U.S. had got them to arms reduction, so they got rid of all their nuclear weapons. So, that was a deterrent for Russia, I would think. But anyway, so they've got all these, not AK-47s, I think they're AK-87s. And they've got these things you hold against your shoulder, and 3 people operate it, and it takes out a tank. And so I guess there's tanks are in, shells, but then, so there's one guy, people were putting holes in their gas tanks, gas tank, so that it wouldn't be able to go, so they wouldn't have to fight. And the Russian army, they don't have food, they don't have parts, like they're not very, meanwhile the Russian army or Ukrainian army has been really, really well trained in the last few years. So they could win this war. Even though Russia is huge, they're taking out the tanks one at a time. Russia didn't get the skies. They usually try and take the airport and take the skies first. But they couldn't get the skies because they have all these anti-helicopter missiles, anti-aircraft missiles. I'm glad I got my eyelid or not my eye. My big thumbnail. And they're so courageous, They're courageous. They're just not going to give up. The guy said he didn't expect to see people laying down on the road in front of the tank to get them to stop moving. People were just getting killed like that because no way they were going to let them. So, I was a Russian family in Russia, and she put together a puzzle of the U.S. He was a truck driver, and when he was in the U.S., when he started YouTubing, now he has a family and back in Russia. Ukrainians are going back, and Canada has no restrictions on Ukrainians coming to Canada, so they can all come here. We have room. They all end up in Toronto or Montreal. Maybe Vancouver, but this is coming from the east, right? Europe's on the east of us. But Canada's really good about settling people. They settle them in areas where there are other people, like all these people from India are in Brampton. And a lot of people from Scotland, Scottish weavers settled this area. So they kept people together in groups. It's not a melting pot here, not at all. It's multiculturalism. So we have the different cultures living next to each other. There's some mixing, of course, but people like to be with people that are there like them and that look like them and have their customs and speak their language. So they're all quite content. The government was here before the people, and the government is very well organized. Peace, order, and good government. That's Canada. Peace, order, and good government. We have those. We have really good government here. I really like our government. I was wondering, at the beginning, if you've got a leader like Putin, wouldn't he be like the first target? Take him out, and then you don't have the whole leadership, and then everything falls apart? Isn't that the way you fight battles? I think it would fall apart if that were happening. But I don't know how war is done. But they went in there and they took out different Al-Qaeda people one at a time here and there. Anyway. But I'm not so discouraged to hear about this anymore because like Russia thought it was going to win in 2 days. Thought that everybody was just going to give up. Okay, obviously you can take us. But they didn't. And they're fighting back, and they're giving them what for. We fired our guns, and the Russians keep it coming. Wasn't quite as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more, and they began to run. Right back over the Urals to the... Can't say Gulf of Mexico. Over the Black Sea they did go. It's cool. I hope they win, but of course now Russia's fighting dirty. Now they're just targeting everybody. They're just targeting people's cars and schools and apartment buildings. So there's people that are in the subway and down in the basements. But people are getting killed. Lots of people are getting killed. It's so mean. So mean to kill people. So stupid just because he wants their land. He wants to be in charge. What an idiot. What a thirst. Why would people thirst for power? Like, what do you do with it when you get it? Make people's lives miserable? Like, what does power do for you? It's just pride, right? Pride goeth before the fall. Well, his pride is going before his fall. Wouldn't that be amazing if Russia broke up? Interesting. Meanwhile, what's his name? The guy in charge of Ukraine? I forget his name. There's one in Belarus and there's one in Ukraine, and their names sound similar. One starts with an L. Lushchenko, I think he's Belarus, and can't remember the other one. I'll recognize it when I hear it. It's interesting, the battles like this, It's interesting, like everybody's got a weapon. There's like 100,000 people have signed up to fight. 100,000 on top of the very well sophisticated army they've got. 100,000 people that gave them an hour's training in how to, what the plan will be and how they'll be communicated with and whatever else. I don't know how it all goes, but and of course how to use the weapon. I think they got uniforms. It's pretty impressive. And they're just, you know, the weapons they have, they can hide behind a rock and come out and shoot them. So, but they did get one city. And of course, they're making a mess of the place. My goodness, there looks like a tornado's gone through everywhere. They should just get Crimea back, you know, that's what they should do. Should get themselves, kick the Russians out of there and then get them out of Crimea too. I imagine the whole world will get involved eventually because China's going to go after Hong Kong now. And they've got these, that's why the US or Canada, somebody sold submarines to the Australians. They were supposed to go to somebody else. And they were quite upset with it. Oh yeah, they were going to go to France. But instead they went to Russia, or went to Australia. These submarines, anti-whatever. Because, you know, but... So when the whole world is distracted, then China will go wander over there into Hong Kong. That's how the Second World War was, right? Like the Japanese hit Pearl Harbor in Hawaii because, you know, that's out in the Pacific, and if you go past Hawaii, you get to Japan. You go to Guam first, and then I think Japan is there. So it's close, it's on that side. But meanwhile, you had Hitler doing his thing in Europe. Now, did Hitler overcome Napoleon? Was Napoleon at the same time as Hitler? Just before that, or I don't know, Napoleon was making his trek across Europe. I think he had the Netherlands, Willem said. You talk about Napoleon watching something burn. What was the... some city? He played his violin while the city burned. That sounds like something I would do. Is everybody getting sleepy? I'm not sleepy. Hi. Boo. You want to watch TV now? Should I get off this and we go watch television?
You can, yeah, if you're going to watch television, then we'll watch with you, maybe.
Alright, it's 10
But you
pum.
don't have to get off.
Alright. When was Napoleon? Willem?
What? What about Napoleon?
When was Napoleon? Was he... Did Hitler conquer Napoleon? Was that the end of...
Napoleon was way before Hitler. It was in the early 1800s.
Oh, and then what happened?
Well, he eventually was defeated.
By who?
By a bunch of countries together. Wellington, the English, and I think Germans might have been there as well, and forget who else.
And so then everybody went back to having their regular lives.
They all ganged up on him because at one point he conquered most of Europe. And,
No, that was before Queen Victoria.
I think so, yeah.
And then when was it that England had everything? Was it after Napoleon?
They had a lot of stuff throughout the centuries, basically. Yeah. Their empire collapsed only in like around the end of the Second World War.
What collapsed then? England?
All the colonies, they became independent, basically. Yeah.
So when Japan hit Pearl Harbor, at what stage was Hitler at?
He was, I'm not sure exactly. They were both in the beginning of their conquests.
So they both started up at the same time?
Yeah.
Like right now with Russia and China going...
Maybe Japan was a little farther ahead. What year was Pearl Harbor?
What year did the war start?
Well, in Europe it started in 1939.
1940, I think. Here. Or in the...
When was Pearl Harbor?
I think it was 1940, but I don't know.
So the Japanese had...
Okay, Google. What year did the Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor? Well, come on. Hurry up.
The attack on Pearl Harbor was December 7th, 1941.
41.
Okay.
So 2 years before that, Hitler started.
Yeah. So well, Japan might already have been, under conquest.
Taking over
They were-
little
that was not- yeah,
islands
that was,
between.
so that was not the first thing that they would do that they had done, I think. So I'm not quite
Oh,
sure.
did
how
they take Guam first?
Hmm?
Did they take Guam
I have no
first?
idea.
Like that's halfway between Hawaii and Japan, right?
Possible.
So Japan is the next thing
No,
after.
maybe not. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they took it after.
I remember seeing a map of the War of the Pacific
Mm-hmm.
in some country I was visiting somewhere. Oh no, it was in California. I think there was a museum of the Second World War, the Pacific part of the Second World War. And they talked about all these little islands that Japan had taken or was working its way over.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, well anyway, we can all find it out on Google, I suppose.
I know. There you go. You can Google it yourself. So I guess it's 10:03.
Now you've been told.
What do you think I am? Google? Oh dear. Anyway, so let's have a closing prayer. You want to say a prayer for me first, Willem? You want to say the prayer?
No.
I'll say it then.
Yeah, you should.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this nice day we've had, and thank you so much that I got some energy and did that weaving. That is so cool. Thank you so much, and thank you for blessing us all that we can hang out together sometimes. And we're so grateful for all thy blessings, for the weather changing and that we're getting closer to the sun and things are warming up a bit. And we'd like to ask that we'll be able to get back in shape without hurting ourselves, start to go for walks again without slipping on the ice. Of course, it'll be muddy for a while, but whatever. And we're grateful for thy blessings. We're grateful that we're warm and that we've got clothes on and that we've got transportation and a bit of money. And we like to ask that thou bless those that haven't got those things, that people will reach out and help them, and that we may all be blessed together from the abundance that is on the earth. We like to ask that thou watch over the people of Ukraine, that thou will soften the heart of Putin or remove him from the earth, and bless us that the Ukrainians, bless them for their courage, bless them with success, and bless those people that are the random people, that they will be protected as they struggle to leave the country in these long cart rides, and that they will be protected in the subways and in their basements, and that there might not be casualties, but that the army of Russia will not carry on and do this, and that this might come to a swift end in spite of these being the last days. And we pray for peace, that we will have peace in our hearts and in our families and in our neighborhoods and in our towns and cities and countries, and that the people like in Ukraine where terrible things are happening outside their windows and up above, that they will have peace in their hearts and that they will be close to thee. And those who have to come home to thee now, that they will not have terror, that they will have peace. And these things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
All right, folks. It's nice being with you again. Love you guys. Willem is better than Google. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Now remember, keep your stick on the ice. You know what that means, right? That's hockey. Keep your stick on the ice. Don't be hitting other people with your stick. Keep your stick on the ice. Watch the puck. And I'm rooting for you. We're all in this together. And Red Green always says, and if the women don't find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy. He comes up with these crazy things to do. Maybe I'll go watch a couple of episodes of him. Yep, have something to ponder as I fall asleep. He does the most ludicrous things with just the things you'd never imagine to do something with, like a fan. He'll turn a fan into a helicopter or something. Okay, he's waiting to watch. Okay, goodbye. Here I go. Push that button. Whoop. Oops.